All right. This message is brought to you by Sensei Allie Peters, testing for 3rd degree senior black belt. Sorry, had to make that fun. All right. Good evening, everyone. So 2 years ago, I stood on this stage and proved not only to others, but to myself that I was back. That after everything I'd gone through in my 5-year hiatus, the negativity-filled, discouraged, unmotivated person that I'd become in that time had ceased to exist and had transformed into a confident and competent black belt leader. I became motivated, dedicated, on a quest to be my best. And as I stand here today, I'm here to prove that that was not just the end of a previous era, but the beginning of a new one. The beginning of my trajectory into fulfilling my true potential, not only as a black belt and a martial arts professional, but as a daughter, a partner, a friend, and most importantly, someone I can look up to and respect. Today, I'm going to go over a few quotes with you guys, explain what they mean to me and how they can change your life. The first quote states, "Sight is what your eyes see. Vision is what your heart produces. Don't let your sight affect your vision." So often, we let our current circumstances and surroundings cloud our judgment of what is truly possible when you put forth 100% effort and focus into your goals and what's important next towards accomplishing them. It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day, the mundane, the overwhelm, or even get stuck on autopilot. But sometimes you have to take a step back and remind yourself of your why, of your vision, and the entire reason you participate in the mundane things that bring that vision into fruition. The second quote advises, "Make peace with your past so it won't disturb your future." This ties a lot to the previous quote in regards to keeping your eye on the vision. But it also ties to another quote that, if you guys don't know me, know is probably one of my favorites. It is the 10-90 rule. In case you haven't heard that one yet, it states that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. This blends both of those extremes because it does focus on the past, but for the sole purpose of learning and growing from it. If I had to count the amount of times that I allowed my past to hinder my growth, I would need to borrow all of your hands. However, in the true spirit of this quote, I learned from each and every one of those times, and I'm determined to never allow that to happen again. The past is there to remind you of where you came from and to provide you motivation to continue moving towards the future. The next, third, last quote, whichever one you want to call it, is actually consisting of 2 quotes, but they intertwine so beautifully and they come from the same author, Jen Sincero, which is from a book gifted to me by Grandmaster Del Castillo for my birthday last year. The first part says, "So often when we say we're unqualified for something, what we're really saying is that we're too scared to try it, not that we can't do it." The second one states, "You can wait, but time won't." These tie together so well in the aspect of overcoming your fear to take those next steps, and that once you get over that fear and take action, you're working with the clock instead of against it. There are plenty of things that are scary or intimidating in life, and most people avoid things that they aren't good at. But as we always say, excellence happens daily, not in a day. And sometimes you just have to act as if until that confidence comes from true competence. To sum it up in a single principle, I'd say my most valuable lesson would be to keep moving forward and never lose focus of the vision. Life happens, but what happens next is more crucial than what happened already. One of the few times that it is helpful to focus on the past is in terms of gratitude, and I have so much to be thankful for. First, of course, I want to thank my parents and my family. I would not be here without them, literally. But seriously, thank you so much to my parents for their love and support on my journey and for signing me up in the first place 22 years ago. Mom, Dad, my sister, Gabby, I want to thank them so much for training alongside me at the beginning of my journey and for allowing me to spend a majority of my time learning and growing at the dojo in my formative years. Next, I want to thank Grandmaster. Thank you, sir, for believing in me and supporting me no matter where I was on my journey, for guiding me no matter how stubborn and annoying I was or am, for loving me and treating me like one of your own, and for sharing your knowledge, not only of the martial arts, but of leadership. While you've helped me come so far, I'm most excited for this next step on our journey together in both areas as well. Jaden, you've been my rock, my partner, and a crucial part of helping me get back on my feet within the dojo, supporting me as I found my true calling, my true passion, and my career. I'm forever honored to have such an amazing man by my side on this journey. To Shihan Carolyn, you were my first stepping stone in getting back to the dojo. And as Grandmaster says, everything happens for a reason and it serves us well. Not only have I gained a mentor, a leader, and a role model, but I gained a friend, a shoulder to both laugh and cry on, sometimes both at the same time. an inspiration, and a goal. You helped me see that all of my goals are achievable, no matter how terrifying, that I'm stronger than whatever obstacles may present themselves. Last but not least, I want to thank the entire KMMA tribe, to all of the Shihan and Sensei, the team and the staff, a majority of whom I have the honor to be testing with this weekend. And for each and every one of the students I have had the pleasure and the honor of teaching and sewing into, and to all of the future students that we will all get to sew into together. My favorite part about moving up through the ranks has been developing a deeper level of understanding that I can take to help others learn and grow on their journey as well. So on that note, let's all step into this next phase and this next rank and this next training evolution together. Thank you.